Welcome to the Muni Law Report. In this episode, we'll be focused on the second round of the 2022 NFL Draft. In this year's draft, the Browns have an opportunity to improve some weaknesses on their roster. Throughout this offseason, Andrew Berry has been busy with the acquisitions of Amari Cooper and Deshaun Watson. With the acquisition of Deshaun Watson, the Browns included 3 first-round picks and a couple late-round picks in this year's draft. But this still leaves the Browns with the third most top 118 picks with the total of 4. Starting with pick 44, 78, and 99, and 118 are the top 4 picks for the Browns. Looking up and down the roster, the Browns will look to improve on both sides of the ball. With every draft, there are many surprises, as many top 10s can fall all the way down to day 2 and sometimes even day 3. One of the players I consider on that list is Chris Olave, receiver out of Ohio State. Olave is a jack of all trades as a receiver, and he obtains great route running skills. He is very versatile, has excellent hands, a large catch radius for his size, and he's a deep ball threat. What might cause him to fall to day 2 is his size and his lack of playmaking after the catch. Another receiver to be considered on this list is Treylon Burks out of Arkansas. Burks is an absolute tank at wide receiver. He completely jumps off the film with his combination of size, strength, speed, physicality, and his ability to be a versatile threat. He can play on the outside, inside. He's great in motion and in the slot. Burks' problem is he is pretty limited as a route runner and truly relies on his size to win possessions, which more often than not has a hard time translating to the NFL. Lastly on the list of first-round fallers is linebacker Nakobe Dean out of Georgia. Dean is a beast and was the heart and soul of the Georgia National Championship defense. He is a very rangy playmaker who brings a lot of toughness to the middle of the field. Dean would be a great inside linebacker to pair with Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, as the Browns needed a physical playmaker at the second level. With a couple realistic prospects for the second round, I'd like to start off with Perrion Winfrey, D-tackle out of Oklahoma. Winfrey is a very disruptive pass rusher that wins at the line of scrimmage with his versatility and athleticism. He has quick hands and plays with his pads low, making him a difficult assignment. With Winfrey's long strides and high motor, it allows him to cover a lot of ground in pursuit, leading him to being a playmaker away from the line of scrimmage. Another defensive tackle to take a look at is Logan Hall out of Houston. Hall knows how to use his size to punish unbalanced blockers and allows him to be an effective bull rusher. He uses a combination of pass rush moves, making him one of the more impressive rushers in this year's draft. Another D tackle on this list, DeMarvin Leal out of Texas A&M, has the potential to be a great player in the NFL if he is able to win off the ball. Leal has a great build and athleticism that jumps off the tape. His versatility is put on display often this past season. As you can see, he's successful both outside and inside as a pass rusher and run stuffer. Leal is one of the most exciting prospects in this year's draft, and I'm looking forward to see where he ends up. Jahan Dotson, receiver out of Penn State. Jahan Dotson is literally a big play in the making with his elite breakaway speed, wide catch radius, and leaping ability, making him a very talented pass catcher. His route running is top-notch, and it is put on display versus zone coverage. He has great vision in his breaks where he finds his way and sits in open spots in zone coverage. George Pickens, receiver out of Georgia. Pickens is a long receiver with broad shoulders and probably could add more muscle to an already impressive frame. Has great acceleration at the line of scrimmage and has deep ball speed to run past any defender. Pickens thrives in contested catch situations due to agility, size, and ability to redirect in the air, which is rare for a receiver of his size, making him one of the more impressive prospects in this year's draft. Here are a couple players I have in mind as surprises for the Browns to take at pick 44. Starting with receiver Sky Moore out of Western Michigan. Moore is a great slot receiver that is a quick playmaker in the short area and carries a burst that can lead to a big catch and run situation. His toughness makes a solid pass catcher in traffic, showing that he's one of the biggest forces at the receiver position. Safety, Jaquan Brisker, Penn State. Brisker is a box safety with a combination of physicality, tackling ability, and athleticism, gives him all the traits to be a top playmaker at the next level. Brisker is like a heat-sinking missile who locates the ball as well as any top prospect in the draft. As a complement to his athleticism, his instincts make him a bigger threat in the middle of the field. Finally, Travis Jones, defensive tackle out of UConn. Jones comes from a small football school but does not hold him back from being one of the top defensive tackle prospects in this year's draft. Jones is a powerful force that knocks opponents off their angles and shucks off blocks with ease. His ability to take on double teams and hold gap responsibilities makes him a monster against the run. With the 44th pick, 2022 NFL Draft, I have the Cleveland Browns selecting Jahan Dotson, receiver out of Penn State. Thank you for watching this year's second round video, and stay tuned to check out the third and fourth round videos coming up within the next week. Thank you. Make sure to subscribe and follow, and most of all, go Browns.